Okay, there's more to this dog than meets the eye. And I mean, the one eye. Look at this. Look at this shit. Right. I told you this dog was trouble, but not for me. So, okay. It seems as this little doggy caused an international incident that stretched as far as America to the shores of the UK. A bit like the tsunami that's come across the Atlantic, but that's another thing. Anyways, this dog, I need to do something about him. You're never going to believe what's happening, guys. Never a dull moment in my life. Oh no. Everyone's involved here, even Babylon. That's right. These guys. But anyway, let's get back to the hush. So, I've got some bad news. So, it's with a heavy heart that I have to report that Hush is no longer with me. That's not to say he's still not with all of us. It's just not with me, which doesn't fill me with glee. Because I grew attached to this little doggy. So much so I slept on the sofa last night and I dragged the duvet over the floor because he couldn't get up and walk. Well, he could and he couldn't. We'll get to that in a minute. So I dragged him over and I slept with him on the sofa with my hand on his head. He's a great dog. But last night, after I posted my interrogation of Hush Puppy on YouTube, it seems to have caused a bit of a stir. Lots of reasons. People's emotions were running high about this poor doggy. And somebody had reported Hush to a guy on Facebook. Now, the intentions may have been good or bad. I don't know. I don't judge nobody because you know who my lawyer is, and judge, and jury, and executioner. Anyway, so last night, I thought I heard a knock on the door, but I wasn't sure because I had my 80s music on and me and Hush were having a bit of a sing-along. And I just brushed it off. And because Hush is blind, pretty much, his hearing is enhanced, a bit like mine. So, at one point last night, he just jumped up and he's listening. And I thought, oh yeah, he's not deaf. And I heard something, and I went, oh, good boy. Good boy. But I noticed he was like a hyper alert and I tried to tune in to his frequency. But I just brushed it off because I ain't scared of nothing. But he was right. There was somebody outside my apartment and banging on my door, shining torches in my window. Now, anybody who knows me, it's not a really good idea to come round my crib, shining windows in my window, shining torches in my window. Because as you know, I don't like it. But just at that moment in time, unbeknown to everybody, was that my daughter had turned up with her mum to come and check on Hush. As concerned citizens. And on arriving, they noticed that these two guys were outside like something out from Home Alone. That's right. Anyway, I heard all this commotion outside. So I opened the front door. I was like, what is going on here? I've got two guys with torches. I've got my ex-girlfriend and my daughter. And everyone's having a ding-dong, saying, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Where's your ID? Where's your mask? Where's this? Where's that? And I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, what is going on here? So I came in and looked at Hush and said, you're dead. And then I went back outside. I said, look, guys, calm down. And this guy said, I think I got out of him that someone sent him from social media or something, but how did he get my address? You know what I mean? Anyway, in the end of the day, I said, right, come in then. So we come in with his scanner, and he scanned my dog, and he said, right, I'm going to now contact the owner, and either they're going to come and pick it up, or you're going to take the dog to the owner. And I'm thinking, how am I going to do that? I ain't got a car, I got no money, I ain't got a dog with a busted up leg. Are you dumb? And then I asked him, are you connected to any official body or government agency or whatever? The answer was no. I'll skip forward a bit. So at the end of the day, my daughter's gone and done a bit of detective work because she's like a daddy. Okay, I told her about the pyramids, that they weren't pulled along with guys with ropes and flip flops and dust sheets. So she's not daft, and I found them on Facebook and all the rest of it. And then my ex rings him up, and they have a row over the phone. And this guy says he's going to report me to Babylon because if that dog dies in the night, I'm going to get done, or something like that. That's right. He actually reported me to the police for rescuing a dog that followed me home. Okay, I blackmailed him a little bit. And I carried him upstairs and I fed him and watered him and everything. We had a right laugh. He's a funny guy. So on a bit of deeper digging, this guy's up to no good. He starts GoFundMe pages for somebody who had an illness. I won't say what illness, it doesn't matter. You know, and then now he's running around town like some kind of pet detective. Because he was ready to take the dog there and then last night. And my ex and my daughter were like, no way. What's going on here? And normally I'd have threw him off. Well, no, I wouldn't have threw him off because I don't hurt anybody. I never have, unless they deserved it. So no one's at any risk from me. But all I'm saying is, he took a gamble coming around it. Anyway, so my daughter sorts him out. I know, then she goes and does the homework and then finds out he's running around town doing all this stuff, but it's all to do with crowdfunding. I don't understand this stuff, but I know it's about money. Now, not quite sure what this guy does with these dogs that he comes around and finds, but he's acting on his own in the middle of a pandemic, on lockdown, coming in people's houses without a mask on, with his own bleep test thing to go and test dogs, and then somehow he's got access to the system. He must have to find out where they live. I don't quite know how it works, but long story short is the dog got took away today by the ISPCA. We're going to look after him. Anyway, they reunited him with his owner, and the owner's got to pay to get him out. And I've since found out that his leg isn't recent. He's been like that for ages. And that's just how he is, because the people who got him obviously didn't have the money to pay for his new leg or chop it off or whatever, because he's got 3 other ones. So I don't know what's going on there. But he does look malnourished. And I said to the RSPCA guy, well, you better make sure that they're looking after him properly. If not, he's coming back here. So then my ex rings the police, Babylon, should I say, to tell them about this guy who's going around doing this kind of thing. So at the end of the day, that dog was here on a mission. He come and found me. I did what I did. But we exposed the pet detective guy who was going around masquerading as some kind of Dr. Dolittle, animal loving guy who's going to reunite you with your dog that you've lost, and then threaten to ring up the guy who's been looking after it to the police and all the rest of it. So I might have lost my little hush puppy, which makes me sad. But that dog busted a undercover operation sting that was going around picking on people's emotions at a time but his dog's involved. So, all in all, it's all worked out fine because it was all meant to be. Oh, and last night, oh yeah, I said a prayer. I got on my hands and knees and I got the Bible out and I said a prayer right in front of Push, on my hands and knees, and he's listening. And guess what he did, guys? I'm not joking. I'm saying the Lord's Prayer, and he got his paw and he put it on top of my head. As I'm on my hands and knees with my head bowed, saying prayers for him, he's actually put his paw on top of my head. You can picture this scene. I've got my head right near his head, and he's lifted his paw up and he's just whacked it straight on top of my head. And I held it there for the whole Lord's Prayer. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But you can't make up this shit. But I still want a dog, by the way, God. I want my own dog. In fact, I want a tiger. That's what I want. I want a tame tiger as a pet that doesn't eat kids. Anyway, peace out. Just a little Pupdate on Hush. He's the real pet detective because he sussed everything out. And he might be blind and got a bad leg, a bit like me, but he's not stupid because he busted this syndicate wide open. He really did. And I ain't joking. What? Are you serious? Are you serious? You're going to find out all about who's serious and who's not. That's right, Paul. But I still love you. But I don't have to like you. Okay? You get it? I love everybody. But I don't have to like everybody. Okay. I also encourage you to all read Malachi. And Malachi means messenger. And it's the last word in the Old Testament.